Sponsored by DesertPolymerFlooring.com, your concrete coating superstore.
These are your concrete coating experts. They have the answers to take your project to the next level. Meet Charles Lascelles, an expert in concrete coatings with over 25 years of experience as an innovator in applications and an authority in polyurethanes, epoxies, metallics, and floor preparation. Charles Lascelles is an industry leader.
Epoxy 550 is a high solids. It's actually 96% solids. And it is a heavily pigmented material, and it's a direct to concrete material. So for guys who are doing chip floors, it's an awesome product because they can go in, prep their floor by grinding or etching, however that they do it, and power wash out that floor, clean it out. And this particular product can go direct to concrete even when the concrete is damp. That is a new one. A lot of competitors, they want it to be dry and vacuumed.
Yeah.
Our product, it'll bond tenaciously to damp concrete. So it has a very unusual pigment load. It's very high. And so the coverage, the opacity is excellent. So a guy can come in and he can roll his product out, he can chip it, and he has plenty of working time.
Okay. So like the traditional, epoxy, for example, is usually more than just a one-day thing. So is there some differences between the two?
Yes, direct to concrete epoxy, our SK550, can be done, and you could do a one-day system.
Okay.
We have an Accelerator. This product here will cut the cure dry time to where you can walk and seal it within 3 hours.
Awesome.
At 77 degrees.
Wow.
So it's really nice. So if you have a contractor who's installing and he has a tight schedule, he can go on, he can put the epoxy down with the Accelerator, walk on that in 3 hours, and put a polyurea, polyaspartic on top, and be done in one day.
So a lot of people are talking about this, SKE 550, and of course I was new to it when you first told me about it. I was excited because I'm used to the old way, and with this new, one-day system, it's awesome. I know you talked a little bit about it, but what's like the time before I can chip into it? Like how much time do I have? Is this like an immediate thing? Or
you could chip in it within 30, 35, 40 minutes, depending on the ambient temperature. But you have ample time to actually chip into this product, which makes it a real easy product to use. It's not difficult. It is a 1-to-1 mixing ratio, so you can't really mess up. And it's available in actually all of our standard colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for something like a one-day system, would you say that maybe a customer that's, well, first of all, before I get into that, is it something that you recommend to be used all the time, or is this something that should be used just on special occasions?
That's a good question. It's really the demands of the contractor. The contractor is the one has his full schedule. He works it with his customer, and if he likes those one-day systems or likes to chip and go with skipping the normal primer, this is the way to go. Okay. So it all depends on the contractor, what his workload is, and a lot of contractors do a lot of floors in a week, and so something like this would save time on the job site, and they can put it down, chip it, and go.
Okay. Can you make this SKE 550 cure faster?
Well, we did. We talked about that.
That's with the Accelerator.
That's with the Accelerator.
Okay, gotcha.
That is correct. That is with the Accelerator, and it helps the contractor get the job done in one day. Now, this is obviously one epoxy that is a great way of a good value as far as labor is concerned, because you can get in there and get it done. But there are other fast cure epoxies and polyaspartics that we sell that can also do the same thing in a one-day system. So we have we have a whole line of products that customers like to use depending on the job demand. That's really what it boils down to, is the job demand, what the workload is for that contractor.
What about moisture, with moisture issues and things like that? How does this play into that?
Well, you always want to refer to the VaporSolve line. We believe in isolation, meaning you always want to if you think you have a troubled slab, make sure you always test your slab for moisture vapor transmission, MVT. But it is very important that a contractor, he always tests it. And also the VaporSolve primer will work obviously up to 20 pounds plus, especially with the Ultra system, and can bond to damp concrete. A lot of epoxies, a lot of people don't know, but a lot of epoxies have already a tolerance for moisture up to 8 pounds. But it's a tolerance, okay? That doesn't mean it's proof. So you always want to refer when you have a problem slab, or you think it might be a problem slab, to always do the isolation of the vapor salt product. It's very important.
So you still have to use the vapor salt primer regardless, or can you use a product without vapor salt?
You can use.
Okay, so you can do it.
You can skip that step and go direct to the concrete, direct to concrete with this epoxy, and skip that. If that slab doesn't exhibit, or you don't think that slab has problems, you can go right on over it.
I love that.
Right direct to the concrete, and the contractor can get the job done.
That's awesome. Yep. We actually did an episode on vapor salt primer. So if you want to find out more about how vapor salt primer works, you can check it out at desertpolymerflooring.com, and you can see that video for yourself. As far as drying time and drive time, if contractor goes in and gets this done in a day, how soon before you can start driving your car and start walking on it?
That's a great question, and we have a full line. We have a polyaspartic, we have our polyurea, we have our fast cure polyurea 5100s, where you can apply it and you can drive on it the next day. We're talking 24-hour drive time, and these are awesome products that you can work with. So you can return that to the customer with a one-day turnaround and a one-day drive on.
So ideally, this one-day system would be good for a customer that needs to get something done quick. Like maybe they're just going to be in town for the day, and hey, I need this done because I'm going to be gone the next day.
Sure. And again, it goes down to the demands of the contractor and his relationship with the customer and what they're wanting.
Okay. Yeah. Now, do you still recommend the traditional way?
Well, this is really a traditional way too, as well as the other way, which again, I call it using the vapor salt primer and the epoxy. Again, it's the isolation.
So in essence, you're really not cutting out any steps or anything like that. You're just providing the same quality product, just done faster. Would that be safe to say?
Again, yeah, exactly. Let's call it an alternative. It's an alternative for the contractor to say, hey, I have this available. I can, do a job and skip the normal primer step and ship with a decorative chip right into the epoxy, direct to the concrete. And if he wants to get it accelerated, like I said earlier on the show, you can get it accelerated and you can get on it and get it done in one day.
So everything we see here right now, is that all you would need to do your one-day system, or are there other products that you would have to include with it?
You obviously need the polyurea. Polyaspartic is the finish coat, but this was all you need. This is it.
Awesome.
This is one-to-one.
I love it.
It's highly pigment loaded. Actually, the pigment is in the B side.
Wow.
And you add A and B together. You mix it for 2 full minutes with a low speed drill. And if you want to accelerate it to get out of that job in one day, you just add the accelerator and you just go for it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been the buzz, word for quite some time. And by the buzzword, I mean the one-day system. And now you guys have it here at Desert Polymer Flooring. I know you're very excited about your SK550. I walked in and Charles is all talking about, we got to do the SK550. So he's a big fan, of this product, which is really great. Is there any last things that you'd like to say about the product?
Well, when you buy the liquids from us, you can bet on the best decorative chip pricing here in Southern California. $110 for a 50-pound box.
Wow.
And if you buy more than that, it's again $55 for a 25-pound box.
Wow.
So you don't get charged extra. And so we have 9 tons of decorative chips in stock. We have 24 blended colors, and you could use along with this Epoxy 550, and we'll have it for you when you need it.
Wow, look at what happens. SK comes in, and all of a sudden Chuck's got all the prices in town just rolling right for you, I love it, man.
Thanks, man.
Well, listen, the store looks great. I love all the new labels you guys got going on, the whole Supercrete thing that's happening here at Desert Polymer. If you haven't been in here and you want to see it, it looks amazing. So I highly recommend it. If you want to find out some more about the one-day system, you've been asking for it, you can find out more about it now either by walking into Desert Polymer or going straight to their website at desertpolymerflooring.com. Chuck, thank you so much, man. I know you're excited, and I'm excited for you, and I think SKE 550 is going to be a great product, not only for you, but obviously for the contractor. So great job, my friend.
Thank you.